I think it was important that you dubbed it, just because it's for children.
Yes.
And I remember when I came to Spain, my voice is dubbed by a grown-up actress, and everybody asked me why you sound so mean, and the Pippi she's a little bit how to say, I shouldn't say nasty, but she's something like that. And I said, no, Pippi, she's a very nice girl. But then it was the voice. So sometimes it's good, but sometimes it could change a lot. Yes, Spain, German, of course. Italy, I think. Oh, Pippi was talking so fast all the time. Yes, that's the only language I think we heard. Yes, I was at the company of Astrid Lindgren, and I saw they almost have like 5, 6, 7 meters of books from all countries. All her books and all the countries. Once they asked me in how many countries has the film been into. And I said, I don't know, but I will ask the film company. And then they answered, please ask us which country it hasn't been shown in.
Yes, the other way around.
Yes, that's much more easy.
Yeah.
Yes, I got Astrid Lindgren. She gave almost every Pippi book, not every, to me in different languages.
Oh,
so I have this Japanese,
yes.
where and this from China, where you start in the end. It's the opposite around. So that's interesting, and also the name Pippi. Pippi in every country except France, because Pipi, that's something else in France. So in France it's Fifi, Fifi Brandacière, something like that.
That's nice,
yeah.
Yes.
Well, first it was a little bit, I thought I missed the movie, of course, working with the movie, but then it was okay when you come back to school, and first everybody was talking about, oh, how was it, and but then after a while, when you are a child, it's interesting what's happened here and now. So then we were just talking about the school and everything. But it was a lot of journalists who was coming to my home all the time, and sometimes a lot of people. They don't even knock on the door. They just open the door. And I remember I think it was one Sunday morning, and suddenly we just heard somebody was standing inside the door and said, "Where is she?" And everybody in the family, what's happening? And then it was just some lady, a little bit old lady, she wanted to meet us. So after that we have to lock our door.
The doors, yes.
I did, and sometimes it was difficult because just because of that it was a lot of people coming all the time. And when you live in a small village, it's important that you are one in the group.
Yes.
And I wasn't all the time because a lot of people was just coming and say, oh, we want to talk to you, and we want to take photos, and we want to go with you everywhere you go. And in the beginning, of course, I said yes, but it wasn't so popular among all my friends. No, she's coming again with all these journalists. No, we want to play for ourselves. So, of course, that wasn't so good. But as older as I get, I could decide a little bit more, and I could be more hard to the journalists and say, yes, you can meet me, and yes, we talk for 2 hours, but then you have to leave because I have things to do.
Yes.
And at that time, all the journalists, when they came to our home, our village, they wanted to stay for like a whole day, or so crazy. We follow you, we go with you to the school, and what are you doing in the afternoon, and we will do a lot of picture. And for me it was, no, I don't want you here.
Yes.
So after a while we really have to say stop.
Yes.
I think that, first of all, Pippi is such a fantastic character. Everyone's, I think, want to be Pippi. I used to say everyone except me. I've already been that girl. No, but and that character meant so much for everyone during the childhood when they were growing up. Oh, sorry, what was the question?
No problem. No, I was, we were wondering why it
yes, why it's still so popular. I think it's the character. And the movie become what people wanted it to be. That's the reason why, and everybody see it. The story is, it will never be, how to say, unfashioned.
It's timeless.
It's timeless. So I used to meet people at my age, and they say, "Oh, I grew up with you," and then their children is coming, and now their children is coming. So they generation after generation is coming. For me, I used to say, we can talk about Pippi, but you have to see Inger.
Yes.
If it is the opposite, which happens a lot, that I could meet fantastic people and we can be talking for the whole evening, and then in the end, they say something that, oh, this must be, they're related to Pippi. And then I really understood that they just wanted to, they have been thinking about Pippi all the night. That's difficult.
Yes, people see you for you and not a character.
And it is really difficult, but this is my life, and it has always been like that, so I'm so used to it. But I think I'm getting better and better to see what people want and what they mean when they are talking to me. Are you really talking to me, or do you really talking to Pippi, but you try to hide it?
Yes.
But it took a lot of years before I could see that, and I was so disappointed so many times. I've been to like parties and meetings or whatever it is, and we have been talking, and you have been sitting talking about everything. And in the end, the most important for them is that, well, no, I've been talking to Pippi.
No, that's very unfortunate, yes.
And then I just, oh my God, I shouldn't have told you everything, my own secret.
So it's in a way you open up because you think this person is actually seeing you for Inger. And then at the end, it turns out they really wanted to only see you as Pippi again.
Yes,
that's very disappointing.
And that's maybe because of that, I'm always a little bit, have this distant to people. I really try to see, no, you want to talk to me or you want to talk to Pippi.
Yes, exactly.
So, and that's not always the way I want it to be, but so it is for me.
Mm-hmm. It taught you in a way to be cautious and filter people a little more carefully.
I have been so disappointed so many times. So then you just step back and see what's happening.
Yes.
Well, my relation to Pippi, I used to say that I don't have any relation because I've never had the time to really see what she stands for, what she means. Because my whole life I just say, don't talk to me about her. I don't want to talk about it. But I think she's really special, and I'm also the only one, I think, in the world who hasn't read the book, because I didn't do that. I wasn't allowed to read the script, and before that I hadn't read the book, so maybe I will do that sometimes. It could be a good thing now, after 50 years, to do that.
And the way you see yourself as an actress today?
Yeah, I just try to do my best, to work hard. Many people, sometimes it's a little bit too hard, I think, because I always want to prove that I'm a good actress. One director, he told me once, he said, you don't have to be perfect in everything. And I said, no, but I'm not perfect. Yes, you're so well prepared, and you have done your analysis, whatever it is. And maybe it's because I really want to prove that I can act. I'm not in this movie on this stage just because I was doing this movie.
Because you're actually an excellent actress.
Yes, I try to be, but sometimes people think, "Oh, you got that part just because you are famous," or something like that.
Yeah.
And we have a special actor in Sweden. He's very special, and if somebody has said something like that to him. Maybe it's because he's a man, I'm a woman, I don't know. But he should just have told him, so what? Yes, I'm famous, I got a part, so what? Shit happens like that. And sometimes I think I should answer a little bit more, yes, I got the part, shit happens. But I have to prove in front of the camera that I'm worth it, and also on stage. But yeah. Well, in one way, I want to tell them that this is just a part I was playing. But on the other side, on the other hand, my work is to get people believe in what I'm doing. So I can't blame people for believing that I am Pippi. So, yes, it's difficult.
It's very difficult, yes.
I've been playing on stage.
Yes.
I was the maid in Emil, Michel, in German. I was playing the maid. That was funny. It was outside open air theater. So, and I've also been the maid in I don't know what's called in Rasmus.
Yes.
The Vagabond, Rasmus and the Vagabond. It was also open air theater. Yes, it was after I finished the stage school.
Okay.
So I got this part.
Nice. Yes. And that was also filmed in Stockholm?
No, it was outside theater, open air theater. So, yes, it was 1 or 2 summers. Really nice.
Nice.
I met her on set, and I remember that day because, I remember that time. We were shooting in Stockholm in the studio, and all of us children, we were running around, and they were shouting at us, please come to the studio. Astrid is here. You're going to meet Astrid Lindgren. Oh, yes, and we were running down to the studio. And I remember she was in the house of Pippi. We were shooting there. And when I was coming into the house, she was standing just between the kitchen and the little room. And she spread out her arms, and she said, please come into my arms, my little movie children, something like that. And then she was traveling with us sometimes. She came to Gotland for 14 days or something like that. Also when we went abroad for shooting the pirate movie, she was with us. Yes. I met her now and then, and it was really nice all the time that I met her. She was a really fantastic person. She was that kind of person that when you met her, you felt like you are the middle of the universe. I was so important when I was talking to her, and everybody felt it. Oh, she's talking to me like I was the most important person. It was interesting because when she died, I thought after a while, first of all, I was in the news completely the whole day. And then after a while, I thought I must talk at the funeral. I must say something. And I just got this feeling that I have to do it. And my first thought was that I should read something from the Pippi book. I don't know why, probably because I've never read the book. So after a while, I talked to the daughter of Astrid, Karin, and I said, can I do something at the funeral? I really would like to do that. Yes, of course you can do that. Oh, it's interesting, she said, because for the moment it's only men who's going to talk. We need a woman who should talk also. And then she said, well, nothing will come from mother's book or something like that. I said, oh my God, I wanted to read something, but I didn't say that to her. So then I said, no, of course not. I will just a little small speech. And then I really got cold feet, and I thought, my God, what have I done? I said that I'm going to talk at a funeral. But then I started to think about what I wanted to say, and I wrote it down. And that was the first time that I was talking about Astrid and talking about Pippi without getting a question before. So, a question first. So, for me, it was really my words. And they told me, you got 3 minutes, because it was on television and everything, 3 minutes. Okay, and I wrote this speech, and it was, I wanted to say so much, and how it was for me to playing this part, and how it was to growing up, and blah blah blah. It was really a long speech, and then I asked a colleague to listen, and when I came to the half speech, he said, "Now it's 3 minutes." Oh my God! So I have to cut it down. But I really loved to do it. And it felt good because it was like the circle now. It's going to the end. I will speak for the first time about Pippi. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Yes, and I think you can feel it in that speech because it has a very deep, it gives a very deep, wonderful feeling really. And that is probably because it was the words of your choosing and not the words of a reaction you gave to a question that you were being asked.
No, and I remember it was so crowded in the church, so they had to move people so I can go up a little bit on the stage or there. And as always, when there's camera around, it's very technical. Somebody came and took me where I was sitting, and they say, "Please follow, we have to go around, and then you have to wait, we have to go back with the camera, and then you have to go like this, and then we have to move the priest, and then you have to go up." So it was really technical things. But I felt when I had done this speech and I was going back to my seat where I was sitting, to my chair, everybody in the church, they just turned their head and followed me down.
Yes.
So